Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your career. We're going to be dividing this reading into 3 parts for each pile to look at your the next phase of your career, what to expect in terms of finances moving forward, and expected success. So if you're interested in this reading, please take a look at these 4 piles or 4 crystals and pick the one that is most calling to you. Let me introduce the crystals to you. So for pile number 1, we have the yellow aventurine, and for pile number 2, we have the red jasper. For pile number 3, we have the amazonite. And for pile number 4, we have the sodalite. So like I said, take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to. And that is probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, trust your intuition, because your intuition will always guide you to the right readings. You will always find messages that you are meant to hear, that will add to your picture, and you will always know what your messages are. So trust your intuition, and as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey pile number 1, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. If you clicked here by mistake and want to go right ahead towards your reading, you'll find the link to that right under this link. Alright, and if you're here for the shuffling, welcome. I love to spend this energy with you. In this reading, we are going to be dividing our piles into 3 parts. The first part, we're taking a look at your career in general, specifically when it comes to the next phase. And in the next pile, we're taking a look at the expected finances. And in the third pile, we're taking a look at your expected success. All right, so we'll be using 2 oracle decks for this reading, as well as the main deck that you have chosen. And so let's shuffle with intention and ask, can we kindly get more information on pile 1's career, please, in terms of the next phase, what to expect in terms of finances, and what to expect in terms of success, please? May we kindly know. All right. So 1, 2, and 3. Lovely. Let's get into our next deck, and again shuffle with intention. May we kindly know, what can pile number 1 expect in terms of the next phase of their career, their finances, and the success, please? Very much. I feel this one poking out. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now let's get into our main deck for this reading, our tarot deck. And again, shuffle with intention. Ooh, that's ready. So my plan is we'll be using 7 cards for each pile. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and 2. I feel like these are poking out, so let's take them. 3, 3, and 3. 4, 4, and 4. 5, 5, and 5. 6, 6, and 6, 7, 7, and 7. Wonderful. All right, so now that we have our piles ready, let's put them in order. Let's take pile number 1, the first part of the reading, which is your next phase in your career. So what to expect in your next phase of your career, what to expect in terms of your finances, and what to expect in terms of your success. Pile number 1. There we go. That was smooth and beautiful. So pile number 1, thank you for spending this sweet time with me. I enjoy spending this time with you very much. So that was the preparation for your pile. And let's get onto or into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. And as you can see, we've divided your reading into 3 parts during the preparation. Your expected next phase of your career, your expected finances, and your expected success. So let's take a look at the first part of your reading, which is, as we've mentioned, your expected next phase. So pile number 1, wow, what a card. This is really good, especially coming into the expected next phase. You have the sickle. Let me adjust that so you can see it with me. There we go. So you have the sickle. You have, whoa, you have pleasure, loving your cards, pile number 1. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the 7 of Pentacles, yes, this goes in line with the sickle beautifully. You have the 4 of Wands, pile number 1, loving your cards. You have the 7 of Swords. Wonderful. Okay, I love this specific 7 of Swords. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the 4 of Cups. Okay. And you have the Page of Cups. What can I say? I mean, as an overall view, things are looking very positive for you, pile number 1, in terms of the next phase of your career. With the idea of the sickle here, the Queen of Pentacles, and specifically the 7 of Pentacles, I see that you have been working very hard in your career. I do see that you're a very hard worker, and you've been very patient with your work. You weren't all about taking things now. I don't see, in terms of your personality, you being the type of, hey, where's my money? I want my money now. Where's my salary? Didn't I do my job this month? No, that's not who you are, pile number 1. I see you being very tired. You worked very hard and you had your eyes clearly on the goal. You had everything prepared. You had a long-term vision of what you wanted to do. You had your eyes set on the bigger goal. So it's not really about the monthly payments. It's not really about getting the glory on and having little things. You're all about working very hard, setting the stage for when things start to happen so that you can reap the benefits. And so with the next phase in your career, we can clearly see for you that this is the time where you start collecting the benefits of everything that you worked hard for. That's what the sickle is about. This is the season, or this is the beginning of where you start getting the benefits, the full benefits, and celebrating everything that you've worked hard to do. We do see here with the Seven of Pentacles, this Seven of Pentacles in general is working slowly towards something, taking the time to build something, watching the results little by little, watching things grow. And this is why it's depicted here as a child being born, waiting patiently, preparing everything for the child, having their eyes on the goal. And soon they're expecting their beautiful bundle of joy. So this is exactly your situation here, pile number one. The next phase of your life, you're entering into a real pleasurable time, a new phase where yes, you will be working, but I do see that it won't be as hard as it was. You've already created the inertia here. Be careful. However, pile number one, I see that you have overworked with the Four of Cups. You're very tired, and perhaps sometimes now you're not really able to fill your cups. You're too tired to do it. But you do see right next to it the Page of Cups, having their cup fully fulfilled. And that's the tricky situation here with the Seven of Swords. So your advice here with the next phase in your career, you've done so much, you will be celebrating everything, but it's kind of like, don't let go at the last minute, or don't slow down towards the end. These are tricky times, especially with this Seven of Swords. I'll get back to what I see exactly here, but the main point is you're tired, but I do see an advice of waiting, sticking to it. Do you see how the cup is empty here and here being filled? There's joy, there's happiness. And so I see an advice of not overworking yourself. Of course, if you need a break, please do take a break, because remember, taking a break is being productive. Because when you take a break, you replenish and you rejuvenate and you're well rested. You work on full battery. You're not working on low battery. So take a break, take time to rejuvenate, but remember that just as the beginning, towards the end is also critical. And to focus until you reap your benefits. Pile number one. So you're towards the end here, you're entering some wonderful times, but with the Seven of Swords, be careful during these times. The Queen of Swords, of course, is coming to remind you to continue being disciplined as you are, to continue having your eyes on the goal, to analyze things critically, because sometimes when we're tired, do you see how it's depicted here as being drunk? Sometimes when we're so tired, we tend to over dramatize things, over evaluate things, make things bigger than they are. Perhaps a small task that can finish in a while, we tend to feel like it's a burden on us. Or when a little problem occurs, we tend to feel like it's really big, because when we're tired, we are not analyzing things with a clear mind as we do when we're calmer. And so put things into the right perspective is the message of the Queen of Swords here, because remember, pile number one, you are about to enter into such beautiful times. With the Four of Wands here, you're celebrating something that you've worked so hard on. You're collecting the benefits, and it's allowing you to rest, to rejuvenate, to enter into much easier times than the times that you've worked very hard. It's time for you to start receiving. Now there's something else as well that I'm seeing with the Seven of Swords. You do see here with the mermen, they've just discovered these swords. perhaps some people left their swords. The mermen open them and they're taking a look at them and they're going, wow, what is this? What can this do? Not knowing that the sword is very sharp and could hurt their hands very easily the way they're holding it. So another advice that I'm clearly seeing here for you is that the next phase is very huge, as you can see with the pleasure here. You're entering something big. I don't know what it is. Perhaps you're getting a huge position, or maybe this is your own business that you're birthing here. It's getting bigger. But with your career, you're something is growing all of a sudden. You're finally reaping everything that you have worked on for years. And so along with these great benefits comes great responsibility. And you have to be very careful at this phase of your life in terms of this responsibility that you have in your hands. It's a double-edged weapon or sword or benefit. You can create everything that you want. You can achieve your dreams and do what you want. You have the power now to proceed with your vision, but at the same time, there comes a lot of challenges and responsibilities with this phase. So this is not a warning that you're not able to do it. Not at all. In fact, this is right next to the Queen of Swords, telling you, if you can't do it, who can do it? You can do it, pile number 1. There's no question about that. But this is a message to just tell you to be careful with this responsibility by double checking the information, asking the right people for the right information. For example, handling large amounts of money, then asking the accountant, asking the lawyer, asking other departments in your company, making sure the IT is aligned. Whatever it is, within this position that you are taking, make sure that you have your eyes open and that you double check this time. Now there's a bigger responsibility that you're holding, that you're totally up for. So have your eyes open, read everything, speculate and think about everything. Be careful to take your time to study things, but at the same time, jump out of anything that is not serving you at the same time. So be quick in that way. And this is exactly what I see in terms of what to expect in your next phase of your career, pile number 1. So excited for you. Such a lovely reading. So happy for this next phase. Now that we've had a good idea about what's going on, let's check your finances, my dear pile number 1. Okay. So what to expect in terms of the coming finances. So you have the oaks and acorns in specific, as you may, I'm sure, already know, signify good luck to come, huge blessings, a symbol of strength and potential, right? Especially strength with the oak tree, and I'll talk about that now. We see the lightning here. You have truth. Love that. Okay. You can see here the wind blowing in your direction, making everything move along with it. I really am getting the message of the idea that this is your time, pile number 1. This is your time where you're reaping things. You see how the acorns are falling off the tree. It's time for you. Everything is ready for you to take. You have the 6 of Wands. Lovely. You have the 6 of Cups. Wow. You have Justice. You're reaping what you've sown. You have the Moon. Ooh, okay. You have the 10 of Cups. And did you see how that fell? This is a strong message. Ultimate happiness in terms of your finances. Victory, success, fertility, strength. My goodness. Justice right there. Do you know how the scales, when you're selling something, it's also a symbol of selling, getting back money, fair money for everything you've put in. You have strength. I feel a sense of freedom in your reading, especially from the beginning and here. I feel, again, I'm getting the idea that you've worked very hard. You're getting back what you deserve. And with this strength card here showing up, it's like, yeah, with all of this force and all of this working hard, you're taking yourself out of circumstances that could have been very tough. So perhaps in the past you barely had time to sleep. Perhaps you had to save up a lot to make sure that you make ends meet. Perhaps you took on more tasks than everyone else in order to achieve your dream. Maybe you put yourself in difficult situations, doing several things at the same time so that you achieve your goal that you've set in your mind. So we see the idea that you've really worked hard and you put yourself into difficult situations, and now you're being free from these tough times. You're being free from the tough tasks or the tough things that you had to endure to have your dreams and achieve what you want, specifically when it comes to your career. So we see the finances coming in, freeing you of all that. Maybe some of you took on several jobs at the same time. And with all of this success in finance and fairness and things blowing and coming your way, just happening for you. You know how the wind just makes the windmills turn? It's a natural, renewable resource, helping to create electricity and help to make everything work for free. I see the same thing. Things now working for you, allowing you to have more time for yourself, freeing more power to do and to focus on the things that you want. Wow. With the Ace of Wands in terms of the future of your success, this is just the beginning. What we see in the reading here, my dear pile number 1, is just the beginning for the future of your finances. There is so much more to come than what we're seeing here. In fact, what we see with the moon, that what's coming is so big. It's like a surprise here with the moon. It's not going to be revealed to you. But what is revealed to you in terms of your future, the future of your finances, is that you are going to be very happy. I see you living a luscious, luxurious life, having a lot of blessings, sharing it with others, and in general, being happy, being able to do what you want. We do see the specific 10 of Cups as a bridge. This is in fact where the cups are landing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry about that, because I heard that some decks don't really put the numbers. Oh! Okay, I'll tell you what this is a message of in a second. But let me first continue my thoughts so that I don't interrupt the thinking process. So here, I see with the bridge that you're crossing over to the other side. And even underneath and above, in all ways, you are moving. Your finances will help you move from one side to another level in your life. You're crossing here to something bigger, better, more luxurious. You're living a really happy life. And remember when I was like 1, 2, 3, 4 counting, because I was just watching a video today, I believe. Yesterday. And one person pointed out that when they started counting, and it was the 10 of Cups. It was the 10 of Cups. She said that when she started counting, they were 9 even. They weren't 10. It was one of her comments about a certain deck. So this this video that I listened to yesterday, prompting me to count just in the middle of your reading is really showing me that they're going to be so much you won't be able to even count, you know. You'll lose count is what is exactly what I'm trying to say. You lose count. It's just going to be a lot of money coming in. You'll start to lose count in terms of the orders perhaps coming in, or the bonuses coming in, or the amount of salary increase that is happening. Your level is increasing. Perhaps you'll just depend now on the number that you see in your bank or whatever. So we're seeing a lot of good luck in terms of your finances, things moving swiftly and beautifully your way. With the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups is an energy that shows us of something growing with us, or perhaps something that was in the past and is growing, is becoming bigger with us. So we see the idea that your finances are growing, but it's the Six of Cups at the end of the day. It has to do with our emotions. And so here I see that this is what you dreamt of for a very long time. This is what you've had in your heart and in your mind for a very long time. And now the next phase of your career is a time where you are going to start tasting, having a taste of what you've envisioned, watching it, hearing it, living it, experiencing it, you know? And if at any point you feel like, wow, do I deserve all of that? Remember, pile number one, you've worked very hard, and this is your justice. This is what you deserve to have. So very proud of you, pile number one. All the best of luck with that. Oh, and I promised you, you have the lightning here. I promised to tell you what this is about. And so in ancient civilizations, they've noticed that more often than not, oak trees were hit by lightning a lot. And so this is why they were symbolized they were set as a symbol of strength, because no matter how many times the lightning struck an oak tree stood there strong. Meaning, my dear pile number one, that no matter how much challenges you have in life, money is not going to be one of them at all. You might face other things, but in terms of money, no matter how much challenges you have, you are safe, you are secure, you're going to be living in luxury. So this is no area to worry about. This is a solid area in your life that is going to stand the test of time. In fact, seeing two trees here, I feel that this is going to be it reminds me of a family tree where a lot of wealth is going to be passed on from one generation to the next and to the next and to the next, helping your offspring enjoy their life with your hard work and giving them an opportunity to live a safe life doing what they want. So kudos to you, pile number one. I'm loving your reading. Let's get on to the third part of your reading, which is what success should you expect in your career? What can we expect in terms of success in your career? How is it going to look like? What is it going to be like? What's the situation? Okay, so pile number one. Wow, you have the asphodel. You also have voyage. How interesting. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at your tarot cards, but I feel like you can't see the bottom of your card. Now you can. There we go. Okay, so pile number one, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Do you see how it's depicted here? It's just a treasure box. You have the Six of Pentacles. Wow. Your cards are really so beautiful. You have the King of Swords. The Chariot. The Wheel of Fortune. Pile number 1. Take me with you. You have the Two of Pentacles. Wow, it was 30-30 as this card came out. And you have the Tower. Now listen, in terms of your success, I see that you will be creating a huge name for yourself with this King of Swords, because the swords are all about intellect, and I feel like you holding something intellectual, creating something with all the blowing, spreading. You know, in fact, you know what I'm noticing? Look at that. Oh my God, this is blowing my mind. So I'm seeing asphodel, and I'm seeing the word voyage. I know it's also used in English with voyage, but in essence, it's a French word. And not in essence, initially it's a French word. And you do have the asphodel here. That also reminds me of France, because in Corsica, the asphodels, they grow, and they grow prolifically as well. So we have this idea here that your name is going to spread all over the place. Perhaps even for some of you with voyage here, internationally, perhaps cross states or cross provinces or cross cities, interstate, intercity, internationally as well. So there's spread of your word, spread of the work that you've done. If you have a business, then spread of your clientele as well, very quickly with the Chariot. So when it comes to your success, we see your name being spread or your work being spread. There's a lot of fortune when it comes to your success. I see again the idea of you taking what you deserve. From the very beginning of your reading, my dear pile number 1, the same message keeps coming in: reaping what you sow. You've put in a lot of work, and you're getting the work that you put in. We have with the Justice card, you putting in effort, and you're being spoiled with finances fairly. It's what you deserve. Again, when it comes to your success, there is spread of your word, there is spread of your business perhaps. And again, the Six of Pentacles is really showing us with all the spread. You see, there's word of mouth. Do you see it? Word of mouth. It's unbelievable. It's like people are talking about you, finding you a treasure, a great discovery, saying, oh my God, did you hear about pile number 1's business? Pile number 1 is amazing. I've done this with pile number 1. I bought this from pile number 1. They do this. And pile number 1 is amazing. You better try their service. You better try their product. And if you're employed, then did you see what pile number 1 did? Other companies are talking about you. The industry is talking about you. There's word of mouth. Everybody's talking about you. You've built a great name for yourself. It's spreading all over the place. And your success and your name on its own is driving more success towards you. Pile number 3. I love this for you so much. Now, let's take a look at the important part. When we're taking a look at your success, we're taking a look at the Two of Pentacles in conjunction with the Tower. And that's the most exciting part about your reading. What I'm seeing in terms of your success, what the type of success that you're going to create, is that with the Two of Pentacles, you're showing people a different way of doing things that will surprise everyone. You see, There's one way to do it, but there is another way to do it that will bring down the old way of doing things and rebuild another way of doing things. So, for example, if your industry perhaps used to function with real paper money, perhaps you are coming in and you're thinking about the problem. Hey, how can we make this spread? How can we make this business spread internationally? It's taking us time to receive money from bank accounts. Perhaps we can create this way to collect money electronically in a really easy way. Join a certain network. How about we accept bitcoins? I'm just, throwing examples out there. This way people get to deal with us pretty quickly. They pay very fast. They get their service right away. We receive our money right away, and things are flowing beautifully. Perhaps we need to find a great team that we can hire, or a great company that we can pay well in order to create this system for us, this financial system for us, making it easy for us to get our payments. This succeeds, it booms. Everyone else in the industry wants to start imitating the way you're doing things, and you bring things down and you rebuild it into a new way. It's like the new way of doing things, the new age. Introducing something to the new age. So you're here to do something, to solve problems. You've been presented as the Queen of Swords. You've been represented as the King of Swords. I see a lot of thinking. You're very smart. You're very powerful. You're here to make a difference. You're here to leave a fingerprint. But most importantly, it's not really about the fingerprint as much as it is about doing things properly, being smart, and making things work in a better way, leaving your place in a much better place than when you started. And this is why the Wheel of Fortune is in your reading, in the pile of your success, because you're driving a lot of fortune, you're driving a lot of attention to you, you're driving a lot of good luck and opportunities to you, because you're willing to think outside the box, to be courageous enough to do things that no one has done before, to dare to think. And most importantly, you have the passion of doing things right. And so, my dear pal number one, I'm so excited about your career. Your reading is full of life. You're a person who's full of life. You're making me so excited. I feel like I want to finish this reading, get up and do something. So all the best of luck, my dear pal number one. Loved your reading. Again, let me repeat it. I wish you all the best of luck. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. You really might be interested in it. With how amazing you are, you might find a book that could help you out in your journey, because it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number one, I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed your reading. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. If you love the card picking process and the shuffling, I always leave this section for you. If you, in fact, were looking for your reading and clicked on this timestamp, let me tell you that your reading is in the next timestamp. So I thought I should give you a heads up and in case this is what you've been looking for. Okay, so to do this reading, as you can see, we will be using 2 oracle decks as well as the tarot deck that you've picked for this reading. And we will be dividing your reading into 3 sections, where in the first part, we'll be taking a look at the next phase of your career. In the second pile, we'll be taking a look at what to expect in terms of finances. And in the third part, we're taking a look at what to expect in terms of your success. So let's start shuffling with intention. Can we kindly know for pile number 2, please? Thank you. What can they expect in terms of the next phase? The finances and the next. What to expect in terms of success. Okay. Now on to our next deck. Can we kindly know, please, what can pile number 2 expect in terms of their career when it comes to their next phase, their finances, and their success? 1, 2, and I feel this one, 3. Okay, so our oracle decks are ready. Let's start picking up your tarot cards. And we will be using 7 cards for each pile. So, can we kindly get information for today's reading, please, for pile number 2, on what they can expect in terms of the next phase, their finances, and their success. I also feel this one for the success, so I'm going to take it out. So we already have 2, 2, and 2, 3, 3, and 3, 4, 4, and 4, thank you, 5, 5, and 5, 6, 6, and 6, 7, 7, and 7. All right, so we have the 3 piles ready for your reading. Let's put them together neatly. Let's take the first pile, which is the next phase. There we go. Now, let's take the next pile, which is your finances. It's really popping. What's to come out? Okay. It's like popcorn. All right. And are these 2? No, they're just 1. And your success. Pile number 2. There we go. All right, so we've now prepared your reading. Thank you for spending this time with me. I really love it and appreciate it. Such calming time that I love spending with you. And let's get on to your reading. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. As you can see, during the shuffling process, we've divided your reading into 3 piles. We're going to be taking a look at your next phase, the next phase of your career, what to expect in terms of your finances, and what to expect in terms of your success. So let's take the first pile out. So we have 2 oracle cards in pile number 1. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so we're taking a look at the next phase. We have chickweed. Ooh. White flowers all over. Okay. You have, wow, gateway. Okay. Forgiveness, how beautiful. Let me adjust so you can see it. There we go. I wonder why we have forgiveness. We'll find out together. Okay. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards. Ooh, you have the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Love that. Okay, I see what's going on here. You have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. Right next to each other. Okay. You have the Page of Wands. Let's put it down there so that you can see it as well. Pile number 2. And wow! And you have the Ace of Cups. With the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and in general, the Page, which is new energy as well. Here, my dear pile number 1, I feel like there's some sort of new start in terms of your career. You making things happen for yourself. So I'm getting the idea for you that perhaps you are starting your own thing. Maybe you already work and you're kind of thinking about, hey, I have an idea. I want to start something. I don't have much information about its legalities. I don't know if I have the right resources to start it. Do I have the right skills? Do I have what it takes to start it? But I see that in the next phase of your career, pile number 1, either you will be starting something or perhaps you already started something new that is very new to you. Pile number 1, you're still learning how to go about it, how it works, what to do. You still don't have everything that it takes to do it in terms of resources. Perhaps you're trying to make it work by saving up some money. You don't have all of the resources needed and you're trying to make it work, you know, these beginning stages. And you're still studying how you're going to make it work, how things work, what needs to get done. You're taking a look at what you don't know. It's like a new page. You're opening it up, discovering things, learning more information from the industry perhaps itself. But overall, I see you learning, discovering, being excited, but being cautious at the same time, because you're very excited about this new beginning. Instead of forgiveness, I'm really here seeing someone praying, someone going, extending their arms to the universe, being hopeful, praying, asking for help, manifesting something. And before we move on to the details that I see here in specific with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, I see the chickweed in your reading. And the chickweed in Japan is seen as, not a symbol, is seen as a lucky herb. Especially that they use it with 7 herbs in the festival of... Oh, I forgot the festival name. I think it was... No... Seiko? Let me check. I believe it's Nanakusa no Seiko. And they use the chickweed along with 7 other herbs. Along with a prayer. Oh, I see. Along with a prayer. For good luck. And seeing all of these together, as well as the gateway and a unicorn, I see that you are surrounded by a lot of good luck. That things will work out beautiful with this new thing that you're testing out. Pile number 2. This new beginning that you're starting will work out beautifully. You'll have a great hit of luck that you won't believe in this new beginning. Just as you're hoping and wishing and praying. And the most beautiful thing that I'm seeing in your reading is that you're daring here to do something. I see you here making things work, putting things together, making it work, seeing what you have, what you know, what you need to learn in order to make it work. So you're gathering your paper, you're putting your ducks in a row, you're researching what you don't know, and now you're going back to find out what you can do with what you have until your seems like your business gets bigger, and you're overall just making things look nice and appear pleasant and work beautifully with what little you have, because you see it's a small table, but you're just presenting it so beautifully. See, again, with the Ace of Pentacles, with your hands putting something here and then there, and I see as well your spirit guides helping you greatly make this work. And as I said, there's going to be a hit of good luck in this new endeavor that you're embarking on. Pile number 2, it's going to help you enter a new world here, a unique world, might I say, full of good luck. I see in the next phase of your career, we see you slowly but surely overcoming challenges that you might face, learning more slowly about how you can do things right. Perhaps you'll make a bit of mistakes here and there, that you hope people don't see, that that slide, which will happen. Yeah, a lot of going, oops, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, let me quietly fix this and do it better the next time. Take the feedback, learn, and very soon you'll be reaping the fruit of your labor. In fact, I see that you'll start getting orders and going, oh my God, I wasn't expecting all these orders. What do I do now? Let me figure out how to receive money from them. Let me figure out how I can create what they want and even better. Let me do this, let me do that. You're figuring it out on your own. And your beginning phase is just so beautiful. I see you really being a boss here, taking command and control of your job, respecting it, making sure that it works out fine. And in fact, we have the snake here and the chickweed showing that soon there'll be change of skin, that it'll grow, is what I want to say. Soon your small business will be growing into something even more attractive, just like the snake, because it has this energy of attractiveness. Yeah, being appealing, lucrative, people wanting it, people wondering about it. Pile number 1, it seems overall that you will be doing a great job, and that your spirit guides will be overlooking this, making sure that you do get the fruits of your labor, that it goes really well, especially with the good luck, sending your way great opportunities, helping you out, figure things out, and just, yeah, what I want to say specifically is bringing great opportunities your way, helping other people see you. And just be careful in the beginning with the 7 of Swords, especially that we have a lot of paper, to take care of legalities or legal paper. Make sure that your work is done right, especially that it's in the beginning, so you might not have a lot of experience in this area maybe. And so make sure you always speak to experts, or perhaps people who have experience in the field, who can help you out in terms of sorting your paper right and being legally correct. Is one of your biggest piece of advice that I see here in your reading, pile number 2. My goodness, all the best of luck with that. I'm very excited for you. Most importantly, like I told you, I see you being a boss, figuring it all out on your own. So Kudos to you, pile number 2. I love your energy, and it's the energy of winners. So all the best of luck, my dear pile number 2. Okay, so now that we've had a good look at what your the next phase of your career here is, let's take a look at what to expect in terms of finances. Very excited about that. So that wants to come out. Let's take it first when we take a look at your oracle cards. Ooh, wow, what a card to have in terms of finances. You have the Asphodel. All right. I was just talking about this in pile number 1 in one of the piles. You have it here in your finances, and you have potential. My goodness. Oh my God. I think you can already see what this is about. So what I told them is that the Asphodel in Corsica in France, it grows really fast. It's prolifically. And so with the asphodels spreading and with huge, you feel like, you know, this volcano is gonna come out in a couple of settings and go, you know, explode. So we see a lot of potential in terms of what to expect in your finances that will really spread and grow, because asphodels, they're, you know, they grow prolifically. So imagine that in terms of finances. So it's looking amazing overall in terms of your finances. What was that? There's a strong message here. I'll tell you about it, but first we'll take a look at your cards. So you have the 5 of Pentacles, so there is a message here with that. Okay. You have the 8 of Cups. You have the 4 of Wands. Lovely. Okay. You have the 6 of Wands, victory and success. Reaching up top. You have the 10 of Wands. You also have the 2 of Swords, yeah. And you have Justice ending this reading. So what I'm seeing here, despite the fact that we do see a lot of potential and abundance of finances in the future, in the beginning, what to expect next in terms of your finances, I see in the beginning with the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles that you'll be treading along this journey very carefully. It will not be very lucrative in the beginning, as everything that begins. And slowly but surely, I see you making calculated decisions in terms of how to make use of the money that you have so that whatever you're creating succeeds. And we see you here planning your finances very well. Bookkeeping could be a thing. Making educated decisions on where to put your money, what to avoid at the moment, putting the puzzle together. As you study, all right, so I have these expenses. What is the best use of my money at the moment? Should I buy more products? Should I invest it in marketing? Should I hold them off for the moment because I have a lot of expenses coming in that are essential that I need to pay, and so on and so forth? Should I hire someone now, or should I just hold off that thought and make sure that I work on these things longer hours, but that I can ensure finances to come so that later on I can hire someone else? And slowly but surely, Pile number 2, I see you climbing that ladder, celebrating with the hanging of the pumpkins on the trees here, celebrating one win after the other, watching yourself go from one phase to the other. But essentially, most importantly, I see you climbing to the top when it comes to this business. And there's I don't want to say one spot, but I say few spots left up there for the people who work hard and persevere. Speaking of working hard, you have the 10 of Wands. You will be doing everything necessary. And this idea as well is really highlighted in this specific Justice card. So I see you being discerning all the time with the Two of Swords, making sure you constantly make the right choices in terms of finances, in terms of what steps to take, sometimes carrying things on your burden, just to make sure that you come out of this tricky time. Pile number 2. So I see you really working hard, making it work, carrying things on your shoulders and doing it all on your own. You're the one who makes all the appointments. You're your own salesperson, bookkeeping service, bookkeeping accountant, bookkeeping person, I mean. The person who goes and gets the things done, the person who produces or does the service. You are a one-man show for a while here, making sure you persevere and that you get your things done, making sure that even though the resources in the beginning are tight, that you use them well in the right places. And with all these discerning decisions that you're making with the Justice card, you will get everything that you put in. Let's take a look at this specific Justice card. Wow, and it was 010101 in the video as we said that. So with this specific Justice card, it's one of my favorite Justice cards because you see a beautiful lady here presented in this card who has taken the time to dress nicely, wear her red high heels to go to a party, and you see her massaging her legs, showing us that it did hurt a little to walk with these beautiful red heels, but it was so rewarding because she felt her best and she enjoyed her time at the party. And this is exactly the type of energy here. Yes, you will endure a little bit, as we can see in your cards, but things will be blowing up financially for you. And that's what we see. They'll be multiplied. They'll be spreading. Your bank account will be growing exponentially. And as you go, you'll be celebrating each step of the way. You'll be proud of every milestone that you achieve. Pile number 2. And the reason for that is because it seems like you are a very smart, discerning person. From the very beginning, we see you depicted, pile number 2, as someone who's making it work, very discerning. You see what resources you have and you make it work. Yes, studying for yourself, discovering things for yourself, reaping the benefits. It's written all over your energy. It cannot be a coincidence at all. So I see a smart person. I see a patient person who has their eyes straight on the goal, who's willing to take and do whatever it takes to reach that goal. And with your financial reading, we do see that eventually up top, you'll reach a very unique position financially where your money will be growing exponentially, almost where without much effort. Yeah, kind of like the opposite of the hard work. You'll still be working, but it's kind of like it's growing as you're sleeping, maybe. Or yeah, with the Pareto principle. Yes, the 20-80 rule, where in the beginning you'll be putting in 80% of the work and getting 20% of the result. And as time passes by, this situation is shifting where you're putting in 20% of the past effort and getting 80% of the result. And it's growing exponentially as you're moving ahead in your life. Pile number 2, loving your reading. All the best of luck with what you're doing. Pile number 2, wishing you all the success in the world. Okay, now let's take a look. Speaking of success, let's take a look at what to expect in terms of your success. It's looking beautiful as we discover the trajectory of your reading here, where it's taking us. All right. So let's first take a look at your oracle cards. So you have the clover. My. Speaking of good luck from the very beginning. Different cards depicting good luck being on your side, especially when it comes to success. Love that. So in terms of success, you have a lot of good luck on your side. Flexibility. You see the bamboo trees. We're going to talk about that in a second. But let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Two of Wands. I always say this specific Two of Wands kind of looks like the Magician, doesn't it? With all the elements on the table. Okay. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords. Oh, wow. You have the World. My goodness. This is amazing, okay? With buy now as well, since we're talking about your business here. The World, buy now. Hey, this could be one of two things. Where people internationally will be buying with the World card from your business, or this could be an end of a cycle where you've built a great business and an investor is buying it from you. What is it called? An ending. Wow, the stars. Wow. Big cards here. It's called, let me check. I forgot. How can I forget that? Oh, yes, I remember. An exit. Yes, an exit where someone else will come buy it from you, and I see you making huge amounts of money. That could be one situation. Another situation is you growing exponentially. We do see the idea of you reaching the stars, reaching up top all over your reading. We see it here with potential, as well as the Six of Wands. The idea of reaching up top, the stars all over your reading. Pile number 2 in specific. You have the King of Cups. And you have the Nine of Wands. Wow, your reading is really fascinating me. We do see with the Nine of Wands and flexibility here, the idea of perseverance. You deserve every ounce of success that you're going to make reaching the stars, because we do see you all over the reading, putting in the effort, making it work, figuring it out, saving up for it, making the right decision. Such a boss, pile number 2. So we see here with the bamboo trees, the bamboo trees are very flexible, as you can see with the card here, because they bend. In fact, when the snow comes during the winter, falls during the winter, they push the bamboo trees really down, but they never break because they're able to bend with the circumstances and the season. And whatever whatever has weight on them, by being flexible and going as down as needed, until the summer comes, the snow melts, and they spring back up. So we really see how your perseverance is going to bring you a lot of good luck, because not everyone can go through harsh situations like that as circumstances. And mind you, to you, it's not going to seem very harsh. You have the King of Cups here. You see, you are depicted here as genuinely enjoying what you're doing, genuinely enjoying this hard work, genuinely enjoying being your own manager and then managing others later on, and working to create something that you absolutely love, that you put a lot of love into. But at the end of the day, work is still work, and you're going to be putting in this effort time after time with the Ace of Swords. What will help you succeed gracefully and greatly is that when you feel down, just like the bamboo tree, just like a good entrepreneur, when you're down, you're able to extend your hand, pick up your tools, and get back up. Just like the bamboo, spring back up into action and do what is necessary to find your success. And this is why with the Nine of Wands, again, persevering, putting in power, protecting what it is that you believe in, working hard even when things don't seem clear sometimes, because you just know. You know that you're meant to reach for the stars. You know you're going to succeed. You believe in your cause or in your business or your project, and you're working very hard to defend that idea. And whenever things sway, veer off course, you're ready to go back, pick it up again, and make it work. In fact, you see with the Knight of Swords here, a lot of thinking that's going into this. I see you changing directions when things aren't working, and you're definitely a natural born entrepreneur. Pile number 2. When things aren't working, you're not afraid to crumble the paper, throw it, and try again. It's not like, oh no, I've worked on this for a while, can't leave it. No. You're very flexible. You understand that the fastest way to success is to quickly reassess and quickly jump off the boat that is not leading you to your destination. And I see you assessing things quite a lot and quite frequently. You get feedback. Okay, did this work? No, that did not work. Fine. What do we do now? Pick it back up. How about we use a different type of shipment? How about we take my customers' feedback and see what they want instead of giving the suggestions that I think they want? How about this? How about that? And with the Two of Wands here, that actually looks like a magician. You're building your business by not balancing, but by measuring and gauging the energy and the numbers and the feedback constantly, back and forth, picking it up, trying again. And because of all of this effort of the loop of feedback and assessment, reassessment, and retrying, you're reaching here towards great success, towards the sky. You're reaching the skies. Your business or this project that you're working on is going to reach up top. It's going to be very popular with the Stars card. Of course, it's going to be very popular, very much known. I want to say all over the world. You literally have the world card. And for some of you, like I saw here as well, with buy now, you're buying it out. You're making an exit, working very hard on a project, and then making an exit to the investors, and then taking that money, flourishing with it, and doing something even bigger. Pile number 2. But the most beautiful thing about the whole reading, not just your good luck, it's the fact that you will be enjoying this all the way through, my dear pile number 2. Oh, pile number 2. All the best of luck in your project. I'm wishing you nothing but great success up to the stars. And may you always flourish, have fun, succeed, and have great finances as much as you want, and even more, pile number 2. So pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. You might be interested in it, in this wonderful journey. It might help you out because it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. It will not be wasting your time. I see here in your reading that you're a busy person and you're very selective about the time that you use, the way you spend your time. And so in this book, you'll find that it has clear advice and secrets on how to become a productive person right away, which will save you time, right? All while enjoying the process. Again, part of your energy. Perhaps you want to check this book out, pile number 2. If you're interested, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 2, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you, and thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I'll catch you in the next reading. All the best of luck, and bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you love the card picking process and the shuffling, I leave this section specially for you. And if you've clicked here by mistake and you meant to click on your reading, you'll find that it starts in the timestamp right after this one. All right, so pile number 3. These are the decks that I'll be using. Again, as always, if you're ever interested in any of the decks that I use, I always leave their names as well as more information about them, such as links for you to see them down in the description box. Okay, so these are 2 Oracle decks, and this is, of course, the deck that you have chosen. We'll be dividing your reading into 3 piles. Pile number 1 is all about the next phase of your career. Pile number 2 is about what to expect in terms of finances. And pile number 3 is all about what to expect in terms of your success. So now that we've set our intention, let's shuffle with intention. Can we kindly get more information, please, on what pile number 3 should expect in terms of their career? When it comes to the next phase, their finances, and thank you, and their success. So 1, 2, and I see 3 popping up here. Wonderful. Okay, let's move on to our next deck. And again, shuffle with intention. May we kindly get more information for pile number 3, please, in terms of the next phase, their finances, and their success. Thank you. Thank you very much. 1, 2, and oh, this wants to come out. Thank you. Okay. 3. All right, now onto your tarot deck. Let's again shuffle with intention. We'll be using 7 cards for each of the 3 piles. May we kindly get more information, please, about what pile number 3 should expect in terms of their career, the next phase of their career, what to expect in terms of finances, and what to expect in terms of their success, please. Thank you. Okay, I see. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 6 and 7. Lovely. There we go. So I believe your shuffling and your card picking process is now, well, your piles are now ready. All right, let's put them neatly together. So that's the pile that has to do with the next phase of your career. There we go. And that's the pile that has to do with what to expect in terms of finances. And the third pile is what to expect in terms of your success. Okay. There we go. Pile number 3. This process is done. And I want to thank you from my heart for not just sharing this beautiful energy with me during the preparation, but really with everything. Thank you so much for being around, for being so sweet, and for choosing to connect with me. I appreciate it endlessly. Pile number 3. Thank you, and let's get into your reading. Oh, I wanted to say I appreciate it to no end. See you in your reading. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. And as you can see, during the shuffling process, we've divided your reading into 3 piles. The first pile will be all about the next phase and what to expect in your career. The second pile will be all about what to expect in terms of finances, and the third pile is all about what to expect in terms of your success. So let's start off with the first part of your reading, and that's the next phase, what to expect in the next phase. Ooh, you have lavender. Lavender smells good. I kind of heard smells good. So, looking good, pile number 3 so far. You have forgiveness. Ooh, also, when a lot of people use lavender during the washing process when they wash their clothes to make it smell good. So, perhaps there is renewal in your energy. Let's see. Let's find out more. You have the 4 of Cups. You have the 3 of Swords. Yes. You have the High Priestess. You have the Devil. You have the 10 of Swords. And you have the King of Cups. As well as the King of Swords. So I definitely see you taking charge of your situation, pile number 3. Okay. So first things first. Before I talk about what to expect, let me just pull the threads together because they're everywhere at the moment. So what I'm seeing here, depicted here, we can clearly see that at the moment you are, whatever it is exactly that you're doing and working on, your job at the moment is not really making you happy. I see you being in pain. You're feeling the stress of the job. It's really stressful. You're not happy. In fact, it kind of feels like meh. It's the kind of energy that I'm picking up here is feeling stuck at work, working very hard, feeling like you're carrying everything in your shoulders. You're not really happy where you are, but you don't know what else to do. And you're being kept stuck in a cycle of going back to work, feeling like it's endless, going on a merry-go-round, every day the same thing, doing the same job. And not only that, but there's so much that you're carrying on your back. In fact, as I'm doing your reading here, pile number 3, not only do I have a heavy heart, but I feel like my body is physically hurting me. It really is physically hurting me, especially on my left arm. So we can really see here a vicious cycle that you absolutely dislike. And you know in your heart of hearts that this is not what you want to do moving forward. You feel like you might feel a little bit stuck, but you just know that this is not right. This is not for you. You're not happy. It's not going anywhere, but at the same time, you kind of feel stuck. Now, in terms of what to expect in your career, in the path ahead. With the lavender, like I told you, a lot of people use it in detergent, but it's not just a lot of people. Also, the Romans loved lavender. In fact, they loved it so much that they were the first to introduce it to many civilizations and many of the countries they visited. They were one of the first to extract the oil, and they just loved lavender. They put it in their baths. They put it in things that they were washing as a disinfectant of injuries. They feel like the oil would help them soothe anxiety and depression. So with all this prayer, forgiveness, the lavender, I see what's to expect in the path ahead. A lot of winding down and healing from this energy. Why, you ask? I have this answer right there for you. Centering your reading, showing its importance. Emerging from all of this stress, my dear pile number 3, is a great idea that you are about to have. I see you embarking on your spiritual path. This spiritual path will entail you being your own manager, your own boss here. I see that in order to get yourself out of this cycle, you're first going to start off with a decision to go solo somehow on your own and do something that speaks to your heart and your mind. something that you are excited about, and you know somehow that this is the cause or this is what you are born to do. Pile number 1, and you know this intuitively. I see a split in your road where you're going to part ways with what you're doing at the moment. Heal, rejuvenate, and start connecting with the universe. Start connecting with your crown chakra. Do you see all this meditative energy here? And really thinking very well about what you want to do. I see your crown chakra opening up, your third eye opening up, and speak about third eye opening up. It's like even when you can't see ahead with the eyes closed, you can see very well. In fact, you're wondering, does she have her eye open or is it closed? Yes. So it's kind of like you'll really be guided with your emotions. You're a very intuitive person by nature. Pile number 3, and perhaps this is why this type of work wasn't really resonating with you. You know that you're meant to do something bigger here, is what I'm seeing. You're connecting very soon in your path ahead with your journey, with what you're supposed to do. And with the urn here being represented in your reading, there is death to the old energy and a renewal of energy when it comes to your career. An end of all of this tough energy that is breaking your heart, that feels very stressful, that is triggering a lot of anxiety and fear perhaps, and worry. It's just not resonating with you. It's not even the right path, but it's a path that you were meant to take. Pile number 3, in order to learn and gain the experience that you have today that will be helping you out in your own journey. Despite the fact that it was hard, you have genuinely learned a lot. We can see that with the King of Swords. You'll be using the great experience that you've had along with your intuition and passion. Together, you'll be succeeding and moving along your own journey very soon. So excited for you, pile number 3. It's very refreshing and beautiful to see someone connecting with their journey this way, going up towards their success. So now that we've had a good look at what's going on in terms of your career, what to expect ahead, let's take a look at how this is going to affect your finances. Pile number 3. Yes, and this is perhaps why you've chosen the Amazonite, which is all about clearing of air, taking the toxicity out. Again, the idea of taking out what's not serving you and clearing out the air for you to breathe, to finally breathe and regain back your health. Okay, so let's take a look at your finances. What to expect in terms of your finances. Ooh, love that. So you have the Rowan. Okay. Wow. You have openness. Okay. Love that. I love that for you. You also have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Cups. Well, this combination was actually in another pile from a different deck. Was it the 7 of Cups? It was the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So if you came from that pile, the 2 sevens, this is definitely a confirmation here for the messages that you know you're getting. You have the Fool. Talk about starting anew, right? For sure. Okay. You have the Nine of Wands. Standing up tall and strong. This is one of my very favorite Nine of Wands. Not only is she a very beautiful, confident girl, but you do see the confidence and the strength radiating out of her. It really depicts the energy of the Eight of Wands. Standing up tall and straight with force, yet great tranquility, which shows strength and confidence. I love that. Okay, you also have the Five of Pentacles. And, you have the World card. Okay. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. And it showed up here in your reading. I mean, talk about sevens. 777, right? This is definitely not a coincidence here. Synchronicity. You could as well have been seeing a lot of sevens in your reading. And if this was your case, your sign means that it's pushing you to awaken to your spiritual journey and to start anew, centering your reading. Do you see how you have in this reading both the Fool and the World card? There's an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new world, a new journey happening for you. Pile number 2. Okay, so look, pile number 3. What I'm seeing here for you is with the Rowan, that's the same message that we saw in the past reading with the High Priestess. You're getting an inspiration soon on the path ahead. And the reason I'm sure this is an inspiration that's coming to you, or perhaps you're already opening up to it, is because the Rowan, it was once called the Tree of Bards, because sitting underneath the Rowan would bring inspiration to anyone lacking it. And so, again, the idea of inspiration is emphasized again in your reading. And since this is a reading about finances, I see that this inspiration is going to open up a lot of doors and a lot of great opportunities for you. Now, how much you're going to be making with seeing the moon, that is to come as a surprise. It seems like there's a great surprise for you from the universe. Perhaps if it showed up in your reading, you would be doubting it. And so, it's not to be revealed to you now. In fact, what I see with all of the sevens is you figuring it out. Do you see? I see you starting a new journey. And despite the fact that you're really worried about finances, which isn't going to be easy at the very beginning, but you do see with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands that just like this beautiful lady here shows us, you're going to be standing up tall and confident, making sure that you tread through these times with power, with strength, and with confidence. Because with the amethyst, again, it shows the crown chakra. It shows that you have this idea that you're holding in your hands that will later on open up the whole world to you. Open up a whole world of opportunities to you. And so, with all the sevens here, I'm seeing that your finances will grow, and it's going to be a work in progress kind of thing, where you'll climb up the ladder or increase your finances or your revenue little by little, but it's definitely going up. I see you being smart, actually. I see you with the Seven of Swords being smart in terms of cutting corners. Not corners that will harm you, but I see you with the King of Swords in this reading, you being depicted as the King of Cups and the King of Swords, I see a lot of intelligence in you when it comes to emotional intelligence, creative intelligence, also being organized. So I see that despite the fact that you're starting all of this now after a long time of working on something else, I see that with the cutting corners, I'm seeing you're cutting years, because you know how someone can be late in doing something, but all of a sudden things work out and they're far ahead than everyone else. An example of that is for example, 3 friends. 2 of them start getting employed, and the third person decides that they're going to start their own business. And so in the beginning of the first 5 or 6 years, this person who decided to go solo, let's call this person John. John's friends, they're making money every month. They're able to afford so many things. They're already far ahead, and they're already renting nice apartments. They found their dream people. They're getting married because they have the time to meet them, and they're getting their own cars, and they're just moving along beautifully in life. While John is really, really suffering to make ends meet. They're putting all the money that they're getting back into the business. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, but when they lose a lot. And so they always have to wait for clients to pay. They don't have a guaranteed salary that they can make plans with, and it's just so different. And in the beginning, in the first 5 or 6 years, John's friends are way ahead, while John is like barely making it. And all of a sudden, after 6 years, things hit off with John. In a couple of days, in a month time, John gets a couple of great deals. Things start opening up for John. John, catches up with his friends. And in a matter of a couple more months, John is now far ahead. And as time passes by, the gap between them starts going faster and faster and faster. So what I'm seeing here with the cutting corners in the 7 of Swords is that even though you've just started this, you're not going to take as much time perhaps as other people who are already doing what you're doing in this new industry. And I see growth, fast growth, because of 7 of Cups shows wishful thinking, dreaminess. So I see a lot of creative energy in you. Creativity that will help you cut corners and will help you grow exponentially. Slowly but surely. Most importantly, at some point exponentially. It's just growing and growing and growing. And so your inspiration, your creativity will be opening up a lot of doors for you. In the beginning, it's not going to be... You're going to stand up strong, so there's no worry there. You're going to be okay. But it's not going to be easy either. But very soon, with the cutting corners here, you'll find yourself growing fast. You'll find yourself being creative, and you go, oh, why go all of this way? Why don't I just go right ahead and do that? Right? You do that, and things open up for you. You're happy, you're excited, you're growing quickly, you're figuring things out in a very smart way, and you're watching your inspiration grow. At this point, you are going to be very thankful that you took the right decision. You're going to almost laugh at yourself for taking so long to think about whether you should leave this bad energy that's causing a lot of mental stress on you, or should you stay because it's safer. And now that you're seeing yourself being very creative and and being able to drive this business. It's almost like it's the first time for you to ride a car, but there's such big soul memory of riding a car because perhaps you have been an amazing truck driver in a past life. And so you don't know why, but now in this lifetime, you ride a car and you go, hey, some people show you how to, or a teaching school, a car teaching school, I forgot the name. Yeah, while you're taking your car lessons, official car lessons, your teacher gives you instructions and you're like, hey, I know how to work this. This is easy. I just feel it. I understand it. I know how to work it. And your teacher or instructor is like really impressed with how smooth you're driving, how much common sense you have in terms of how to control the car and how to drive through the roads, and is just really impressed. You yourself didn't know you could drive so well. And that's exactly the same idea or feel that I'm getting here in your business, pile number 2. With this inspiration that you're starting, I feel like you're going to start something that you were a little bit worried to start in the beginning, but as soon as you jump into the vehicle or into this idea, you kind of feel like, hey, I'm figuring this out. I mean, this makes so much sense. How hasn't anyone else figured this out? We can do this, we can do that, and you're just so into it. You're getting into this flow that is hard for you to be distracted. It's hard for anyone else or anything else to take your attention from it because it's your spiritual journey. It's what you're meant to do, and it's like as soon as you connect to the spiritual journey, it's like putting the plug into the wall and you're on pile number 3. You know what to do. It's just working intuitively well. And that's why you have the amethyst in this figure's hands, because you're, in fact, this figure has their eyes closed and you can see that they are fully driven by their creative energy, by their crown chakra, by their spiritual knowing, soul knowing. They're totally being inspired to do things. Just like the Rowan suggests in your reading. And with this work, I see opening up of so many opportunities. And since this is the pile about your finances, we're talking about big, huge financial opportunities opening up their doors to you. Pile number 3. And that is what to expect in terms of what's coming in terms of your finances. A little bit tough in the beginning, needs a lot of grit, which you definitely have. I see a lot of intelligence and things opening up. I love your reading. Pile number 3, you are such an inspiration to others. May you always be blessed. Ah, yes, the Rowan again, inspiration to yourself and to others. Okay, so now let's take a look at what to expect in terms of your success. Pile number 3. So you have the hawthorn. Interesting. Okay. You know what I'm getting right away? The hawthorn is a tree that has been greatly respected by the Celts for centuries. I believe during the 15th century. Greatly respected. And so I see that the work that you're doing or about to do is going to be greatly appreciated and respected. Perhaps your soul journey has to do with rectifying something that's not going right. Some of you listening to this pile, some of you could be coaches or therapists when that have to do with healing relationships in specific, maybe, because brides, they used to wear the berries, the hawthorn berries. They used to decorate their veils to gain blessing and have a happy marriage. But all in all, I see your name being greatly respected. That's the first thing we can see here. And seeing the 15th century, we're taking a look at your name being known and carried out from one century to another. Great respect and reverence here is your energy, pile number 3. And sorry about the 15th century. I had my mind freezing for a moment there. Of course, 1000 BC. Apologies about that. But yeah, you can see even the hawthorn, it lives for 400 years. Lives for a very long time. So we can see your name living for centuries. Let's take a look at your next oracle card. You have purification. Wow, see, with the sunflower, you really see the idea of you being seen. With purification. That's the summer rain coming in to clear everything. Okay. Let's find out more. Pile number 3. So you have the Tower. The Ace of Pentacles. Strength. The 10 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. And the Chariot. Of course, with the Tower appearing here in your reading right next to the Ace of Swords, we see that the first thing you will greatly be succeeding at is having the strength to break down the old and to start planting something new that speaks true to you. Pile number 3, and that has to do with your spiritual journey. Once this phase begins, I see a lot of speed in your reading, which we also saw in your finances. We see a lot of speed. The second thing you'll be succeeding at, pile number 3, is that you'll be able to move along very quickly in this journey. It's not going to take you a lot of time to build a lot of wealth and a great name and to build this empire here that you're working on. The second thing you'll succeed in, not just being bold and doing something as as courageous as that. And that's why you probably had the beautiful 9 of Wands in your reading. So a lot of courage. But the second thing is you'll have the tenacity to move very quickly in this endeavor. This will result in success in so many things. In building your name, building a strong name for yourself, you'll succeed at building a lot of wealth for yourself, and you'll succeed in creating a large business that will work and again will stand the test of time. Perhaps your business, that organization or business that you're creating will stand the test of time. will continue to grow and will continue to do well to the planet or to humanity, even long after you have transcended to the other world. Pile number 3. So that is just amazing. You'll be remembered. The organization will be remembered with your name. You'll be revered, because the hawthorn tree is really revealed by the Celts. Yeah, for centuries and centuries and centuries to come, obviously. You have a big name. Isn't this amazing? Pile number 3. I love your success story here. It's just so inspirational. Again, inspirational, right? Really inspirational. And thinking of that really weird mistake of saying 15th century and just going brain frozen. I mean, it's the Celts, you know? So going, oh, is it the 15th century? So we see a great shift in time in that mistake from 1000 BC to the 15th century. Again, showing the idea of you succeeding at cutting corners, which we saw in your finance reading, making things move very quickly for yourself, being ahead of time, being ahead of your time. Pile number 3. My God, pile number 3. I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. I wish you great success, and I hope you embark on this wonderful journey soon. I'm rooting for you, pile number 3. All the best of luck. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. You might be interested in it, and it may be part of your journey that will help you out if you want. That could really help you cut corners, as we saw in your reading, because it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 3, I wish you all the best of luck from my heart to yours. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. If you love the card picking process and the shuffling and you enjoy watching them, I left this section specially for you. I personally enjoy them very much. But if you've clicked on this timestamp thinking that this is the beginning of your reading by mistake, please know that it's the next timestamp that we will be starting your reading. Okay, so these are the decks that I will be using in your reading. These are 2 oracle cards, and that's of course the main deck that you've chosen, that we will be using for your reading. Now, also, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, I always leave their names and links for you to check them out down in the description box if you're interested. Okay, the way we are going to do this reading is that we will be dividing your reading into 3 piles, with the first pile on the next phase of your career, the second pile on what to expect in terms of finances, and the third pile on what to expect in terms of your success. So now that we've set the intentions for this reading, I really feel like they're coming out. They need to come out here. 1, 2, and 3. Yes. So next phase, what to expect with finances and what to expect in terms of your success. May we kindly know what pile number 4 can expect. Thank you so much. In terms of the next phase, success, what to expect in their finances, and what to expect in terms of their success. Okay. Now, let's take your tarot cards. We'll be taking 7 tarot cards for each of the piles. So again, let us shuffle with intention. What can pile number 4 expect in terms of their finances, please? What can pile number 4 expect in terms of their career, their finances, and their success? May we kindly know, please? Thank you. Okay, so 1, 1, and 1. 2. And I feel like, yeah, this one. So we have 2, 3, 3, and 3. I see this one popping up. Let's take that. 4, 4, and 4. 5. Oh, okay. 6 and 7. Wonderful. So now we have our 3 piles ready. Now we need to put them neatly together in their respective piles. So that's pile number 1, representing the next phase of your career. There we go. That's pile number 2. That's representing what to expect in terms of finances. And pile number 3, third pile, I mean, of course, what to expect in terms of your success. So pile number 4, we have the 3 piles for your reading ready. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I enjoy this time with you very much. I always feel your energy. And most importantly, thank you for being around. I hope you know how much I appreciate you and how much I am thankful. And let's get onto your reading. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. As you can see, during the shuffling process, we have divided your reading into 3 parts. The first part has to do with the next phase of your career. The second part has to do with what to expect in terms of your finances. And the third part has to do with what to expect in terms of your success. So let's pick out the first part of your reading, which is the next phase. We have Belladonna. All right. Okay, let's first see the rest. You have Courage. Okay. Okay, pile number 4. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, wow. So you have the 7 of Wands. Judgment. The 8 of Swords. You have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. You have the Magician. the Three of Wands, and you have the Page of Swords. I feel like you're not really seeing your cards. Let me push these up a little bit so that you can see it. Yeah, that's much better. With the Judgment card here, I see that you are already in a place of your life, pile number 4, where you know what you want. You're to a great extent on the right path, and you're rising. What to expect next in your reading? Currently, at the moment, what I'm seeing energetically is you're fighting many battles at the same time. You are handling so many things at the same time that kind of are weighing you down, making you move slower than you can, or perhaps not even moving that much at all. In fact, you were used to steady growth, but because you have so much to tackle and so many things to do, it's keeping you slow, almost stagnant, pile number 4. Now, you being presented as the Magician here, we do see someone who, let me adjust that, who seems to be very knowledgeable with all the books, wise, has a lot of experience, most of all. So you seem like someone who has, I don't want to say know-how, but you seem to be some sort of guru or someone who's very knowledgeable in their field. Pile number 4. It's a field that requires a lot of information, and you're very skilled at it. At the moment, like we said, things are a little bit slow. You're tackling many things at the same time. And despite the fact that you try your best to do different things so that things start moving, you still feel like they're not. Something is keeping you stuck. Some of you are even at the beginning of this journey with this dock here. You want to sail off, but you're dealing with so many things at the same time. But not necessarily. You don't need to be at the very beginning of your journey. Perhaps you've already sailed along and you're in another port or in another phase of your journey, and there are a lot of challenges at the moment coming at you from different areas, and it's kind of slowing down your progress. So what I see in terms of what to expect in the next phase of your life, pile number 4, I see the energy of you picking your battles. Look, pile number 4, with the belladonna here, you do see the shears of Atropos belladonna, the goddess Atropos belladonna. And this is where the name, by the way, where the plant got its name from. You see it depicted in this card. So I see you picking your battles. I see you in the next period of your life focusing solely on what's important and putting all your energy into it, trying to tackle it, tackling the most important things first that will help you move along. There's this force and on the important things specifically will help you regain this inertia that you initially had, pile number 4, and will help you regrow things back again. So if you're worried that you currently feel like you're stuck in your journey, that things aren't moving along. I do see things in the next phase of your career moving along beautifully. I see you embarking with excitement on this journey again by picking out what's important. Sometimes when there are so many things going on at the same time, things start seeming entangled. Yes, things start getting entangled with each other. So I see you fixing the knot or pulling the knot by finding the right thread that will fix the whole situation from the root. So I see you working on the important things with force, focusing just on that. And soon in the next phase of your life, with the knowledge that you have, you will find yourself, if you feel stuck, easily, pile number 4, regaining this inertia and having things work out for you. With the Page of Swords, I see you being courageous, and most importantly, the Page of Swords as well speaks about studying. One of its main meanings, going after the right information, studying. So I see your studies, for a lot of you, your research, your studies will really help create a lot of noise around you for some reason. I don't know exactly what it is that you're doing. Perhaps you are a speaker and you're going to be giving out valuable information. Yeah, so there's studying involved. There's focusing on what's important and being patient, most of all, with the Seven of Pentacles. I see you being patient, being fully focused. The energy at the moment that makes you feel stuck is only there temporary, pile number 4. It will not continue with you moving forward in your path. And I see you equally pushing with force against all of this energy. Whether this energy has to do with a lot of tasks in your life that you have to do, or bad energy around you, a bad eye, whatever it is, an evil eye, it's called. Evil eye, bad energy, jealousy, people making it hard for you to move along, a lot of tasks that you have to handle. At the moment, there are challenges that you will rise from. That's the main message of your reading here. You are rising and you will continue to rise. Pile number 4. So don't worry about that. But it requires that you are discerning, that you focus on what's important, focus on your tasks, continue to push through and to do it. And there's an extra message here of a certain learning that will help you be more eloquent, perhaps, or will make you even more knowledgeable. Oh, yes, we did notice you studying and being knowledgeable from the very beginning with the Magician, didn't we? So you'll be learning even more things in the next phase of your career that will really help bring your voice out, pile number 4. And you'll start seeing things working again, the inertia being picked up and you moving along quickly as you have in the past, pile number 4, even more than ever moving forward. Okay, so that's the current energy that I see for you here in terms of what to expect in your path ahead with your career. Let's now take a look at what to expect in terms of your finances. Hey, we didn't get an oracle. Oh, we did, Courage. Yes. Okay. In terms of your finances, pile number 4. Okay. Let's now get into the next pile. All right. So we have Wisteria, interesting. Okay. We also have, ooh, simplicity. Okay. The feather reminds me of a bird. Perhaps you'll be flying high in terms of finances. I feel like we need to move them a bit so you can see them. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. All right. I think I'll push this up. Yeah. So that this card is free when we talk about them. You have the Ace of Wands. The Four of Wands. The Six of Swords. The Two of Cups. The Knight of Swords. The Ten of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. A lot of swords and wands here. All right. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, pile number 4, in terms of your what to expect in your finances. I see with the Ace of Wands, you'll be getting a lump sums that you will be celebrating greatly. With the Ace of Wands, this is an amount that will spark up your heart, will make you feel very happy, very passionate about what you're doing, very excited, and there are many sparks of these. So every once in a while you have a spark that you celebrate, another one that you celebrate, and another one that you celebrate. So we see a beautiful cycle here going on in terms of getting substantial lump sums that you're celebrating, right? But what I'm seeing is, on top of that, later on, you're getting a huge amount of blessings in terms of finances, the type that will let you fly high, not in the beginning, right in the coming phase straight away, but right after that, slowly but surely, you're really loving what's happening here. Because with wisteria, they're very slow to set out their leaves in the spring. Which shows us, another thing, they wait until the weather is perfect and then they start coming out, right? They start jumping to life. So really here we see that huge amount later on are coming that will set you free, will take you, you'll be flying. There's a lot of feathers and the idea of wings and flying in your reading. So you'll be going up very high, pile number 4. But before that, you're very lucky because your reading shows that until that happens, which is quite soon as well, because it's still the next phase of your financial career, you're still getting big lump sums that light up your heart, light up your world. And I see you celebrating these pumps of money coming in, big lump sums coming in that you're enjoying. Later on, slowly but surely, pile number 4, I see you truly falling in love. And I'm not saying you being attached here. I'm just saying the energy depicted here is you, again, see with the Knight of Wands. There's falling in love. Absolutely being mesmerized with the type of money coming in. It's like, wow, I can have all of that. All of that for me. That's the type of energy. So much to be expected later on. So all the best of luck with that, my dear pal number 4. Now, this will require from you a lot of work. As we've seen with your reading in the first part. So you'll be very happy financially, but we do see you at some point feeling like you're sacrificing yourself to get this money. And by sacrificing yourself, I mean sometimes you're tired, but you still get up and work. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I just can't do it anymore. And you say, you know what? I will still get up and persevere and do it. So there's a lot of great work ethic from your side, pushing you to work hard, because these springs of money coming in that are quite big lump sums, mind you, are at the moment solely obviously dependent on you. So there's here a direct link between the amount of effort that you put in and the amount of effort coming in. But for some reason, I don't know, of course, what you're doing, pile number 4, but for some reason later on, you'll be free. There's freedom here, where there's a lot of abundance coming in, but this time it's free, meaning it's not totally dependent on directly on the amount of time or amount of hours or amount of effort that you put in. Maybe by that, this means that you will be hiring a team who can help you out. So it's not all on you. Maybe there are lesser and lesser tasks off your plate because marketing maybe is working for you. And so you don't have to put in as much effort in building as you're doing in the beginning. There are so many scenarios, but what I can tell you for sure is that later on, the huge amount of money coming in for one reason or the other is not going to depend on you putting in all of this work. You'll be free from trading effort and time to be able to get this money. So this is reminding me of freelance, a free job. You're working on your own, freelancing, working on your own. Yeah, where your work depends on you. But later, oh, you know what? Maybe you are creating classes, and later on these classes or courses will be ready, and they are helping a lot of people without all of this effort that you put in. Perhaps that's one example that comes to mind. Pile number 4. Maybe you are a doctor, maybe you are an engineer, an architect, an accountant, a lawyer, someone whose job depends on you. You're being appreciated for it. People are paying you for your service and it's great. But later on, you might open up a bigger office with other accountants or other architects, etc., who are part of your team now and can do this job, giving you more freedom because you've already created the name. So these are just examples of how the sort of dynamics that I'm reading here in your energy in terms of your finances. Pile number 4. And slowly but surely, you'll be moving away from depending on your own time, and you just fall in love with the process altogether, because now you're focusing on what you love. You're focusing on the important things that you love doing again, and that's why you have the shears of Belladonna, because now you are picking again, going back to picking what you love to do. This time with finances, you're only doing what's needed of you and what you're great at, what you're enjoying, and slowly but surely freeing yourself, working hard. You're a hard worker, but not necessarily having to do so many things and tackle so many things at the same time. You're not trading in all the time, and you're genuinely making use of your skills to help benefit. And you're enjoying that part, and at the same time loving the rewards that are coming in it. It seems mesmerizing, almost like romance. So they're huge lump sums, and they feel so great like romance because you really worked hard for them. And to reap that benefit, more importantly than the money itself, is physically seeing the rewards of the hard work that you put in. And of course, there's no shame in loving what you've worked hard for and to enjoy life with it. May you always be blessed, pile number 4, and enjoy your life to the fullest. I'm so happy for you. Your reading is so precious and so unique, as always, pile number 4. All right, so now that we've had a good look at what to expect in terms of your finances, let's now take a look at your next pile on what to expect in terms of success on your path ahead. So, taking a look at your oracle cards first. Ooh, you have the Seed. Okay, I get what this is. Wow. Of course, as always, pile number 4, we have Change. Yes. I mean, it's coming in beautifully, of course. Right? You have the Queen of Cups. Ooh. You have the Two of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. Being predicted as the Pope here, or somebody very important. Passing on. Do you see? Oh, no. No. Okay. Queen of Wands, super popular. That ties in very beautifully with the message that I saw here. The Six of Cups. Yes. That'll be really the main card here. And the Chariot. But before we make it your main card, let me first read out what I'm seeing for you before I bring it back up. So, pile number 4. See, this is how you're presented here in your energy because you're the 4th pile. what I see in your reading is that in terms of your success, you're planting the seed to something that will change the direction of how something is going. So you're planting the seed of a new tomorrow, and from there, the world will move in this direction. Again, there's popularity, there is your name being known, there is civilization after civilization, not just knowing your name and studying your name, but carrying on what you've started here. So it seems with the Queen of Wands as well that you have a unique role in this Aquarian age, or the new Aeon, in changing something big, changing the direction of something big. And when we're talking about success, pile number 4, your success is huge. You'll be recognized as a big name here. A name that has changed and moved the earth forward. In a certain field. This is a field with the Two of Wands that is currently a little wishy-washy, meaning there's a split of opinion. Some people are awakening and finding the truth about it, or doing it the right way, learning how to do it the right way. And the other type of people know nothing about it. So seeing the Pope here in the Four of Pentacles, I see you opening up this Pandora box. It was closed to a certain amount of people or type of people. I see you spreading this message. I see you opening up a Pandora box boldly, in which the split of opinion becomes harmonious and one with the Ace of Cups. Why? Because you're coming out with your wisdom and teaching people what was secret with the Four of Pentacles. Not necessarily secret. It could also be known to few only. Or maybe only you. Maybe only you know how to do it, pile number 4. And so the Two of Wands in this case would be, there was one way of doing things, and you're coming to introduce a new way of doing something that will be absolutely loved and admired. People will hold you in high reverence, with great respect, with the Queen of Cups. You'll always have your place in history books. Wow. Goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. Also, I'm so proud of you, pile number 4. Very proud of you. We see here the story of what was one day confusing, came in pile number 4 to teach, pass on some knowledge, and generations to come have benefited and learned from this new movement. and have carried on this seed for centuries and centuries or generations to come. And you've created a name. You know what, pile number 4, there was another pile, I cannot remember which one, that kind of had something similar here, with a name being showing up clearly and centuries to come as well. So if you came from that reading, this is definitely a confirmation here. But yeah, there was another reading with also someone having their names. But here we see you changing integrally the way something here is done. Uniting two voices into one. Showing that there is a right way to do things. We don't have to it doesn't have to be one thing or the other, you know? That there could be the right way of doing something. And you're planting the new seeds of how this is going to change and be done. Pile number 4. My God, so impressive. So impressive. So I wonder, what is it that you are working on, pile number 4, that will unite opinions, or where you'll find the right way to do things without harming anything, you know? What seed are you planting for generations to come? I genuinely would love to know down in the comment section. I always love reading your comments about what you do and what you're passionate about and what you're working on. I would love to hear about what you're doing, pile number 4. So interesting. And I really have the honor to have done this reading for you. Thank you for giving me this chance, pile number 4. And pile number 4, I am wishing you all the best of luck in your journey and into changing the world like that. You have the first clap from me, pile number 4. May you flourish. May you do amazing things in the world, and may you live a happy life. Now I understand why you're having this huge amount of money and freedom this way. May you be blessed, my dear pile number 4. And that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. It might help you out in your journey, pile number 4. And you also may be interested in it because it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 4, it was such a pleasure connecting with you, even if it's just through the internet. I really feel blessed to be connected to you. Connected to someone who has so much emotions and charge and passion to change the world like that. Thank you in advance for everything. And pile number 4, I'll catch you in the next reading.